What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I put together a very special build for y'all, in which I'm going to be calling the interior Playmaker, but the build is actually going to come out to the inside, the arc score. Now, out of all NBA players, this one's going to be reminding me of Anthony Edwards. Now, especially after a game from last night, he is definitely one of the most best rising stars in the league today. And when it comes to this build for our attributes, we'll reach a 99 plus when it comes towards our driving dunk, post control, mid-range shot, ball handle, perimeter defense, and stamina. Now we're also going to get the upgraded layup packages, pro contact dunks, pro dribble animations with some extra dunk packages as well. Now we're also going to get a total of 5 Hall of Fame badges, 18 gold, 25 silver, and 14 bronze. Now this build, it's really your modern day GOAT, a replica of Michael Jordan. And this build is not going to be lacking anywhere when it comes towards the offensive side of the ball. And this is really one of the most all-around best playmakers that you can possibly make and take into any game mode. So I just want to say thank you so much for coming by. And if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. So first, let's go ahead and get started by putting this build under the shooting guard position. For that height, I'm going to go with 6'6". Moving into the weight, I'm going to go with 201. And then for that wingspan, let's leave this at 6'11", and this is going to set you up perfectly to move into the rest of the build. Now, when it comes towards our physicals, this is going to be the most important factor today. So as for that stamina, let's go all the way up to a 99. Getting into the vertical, I'm going to go all the way up to a 75. And then moving into the strength, I like this best at a 74. Now, as we get into the acceleration, I'm going to go with a 75. And then for that speed, let's go with an 81. Now, remember, you do get a +4 from your Gatorade facility workouts. So these are going to read an 85 speed, 79 acceleration, 78 strength, 79 vertical with, of course, a 99 stamina. Now, I think this sets us up perfectly to move forward. Now, let's go ahead and move a little bit further down the line. So as for when it comes to the finishing, let's go ahead and put that close shot up to a 60. Getting into the driving layup, I'm going to go with an 80. And then for that driving dunk, I'm going to go with an 87. Now from here, you really have a lot of different options to go with. But for that post control and to be the most like Anthony Edwards, I'm going to go with an 85. Now when it comes towards your standing dunk for extra packages, let's go with a 45. And as you can see, this is what we're going to be looking like on this side of the ball. Starting with some of these badges, we get silver unpluckable. You're also going to get gold post spin technician, drop stepper with bronze back down punisher, dream shake, and hook specialist. Now when it comes towards our standing dunk, you get silver precision dunker, gold aerial wizard, and then for the driving, silver posterizer, slithery. Once again, you do get whistle, Hall of Fame 2-step spin cycle with gold bunny and aerial wizard. Now for the driving layup, you always tend to get a lot of badges here. We get silver fearless finisher, slithery, acrobat. You also do get whistle here. Then you also get other badges like Hall of Fame pro touch. Silver acrobat is one of my favorites. And then you also do get gold giant slayer, aerial wizard, bunny, float game, and scooper. A little bit more of the same when it comes towards the close shot. Overall, I think this is one of the most special builds, especially if you're looking to be all around. Now we're just about finished for this side of the ball. Let's go ahead and move into the shooting. So Anthony Edwards is one of the best shooters from the mid-range game. Let's go ahead and raise this to be like him at an 88. As for that three-pointer, I'm going to put this to a 76. And then moving into the free throw, I like this best at an 82. Now this all comes down to your personal preference and your play style, but as far as for these badges, I think this is more than enough. As you can see, we get silver blinders, deadeye, you also get spot finder, then you'll also be able to get Hall of Fame post fade phenom. Moving into the rest of the area, you get comeback kid, gold catch and shoot, green machine, space creator, guard up, mini magician, and open looks. Now when it comes towards the three-pointer, this is another special area as well. I'm pretty happy about Agent 3 on the silver tier, and the rest of these badges are pretty much very similar towards the mid-range. Now as for that free throw, I wanted to be sure to at least get silver free points. Now we're just about done when it comes towards the finishing and the shooting. Let's wrap up everything with the offensive side of the ball. So as for that pass accuracy, I'm going to go with a 68. Getting into the ball handle, make sure you go with an 85. And then moving into the speed with the ball, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 77. Now as you can see, we get gold triple strike, silver hyperdrive, speed booster, and blow by. Getting into the ball handle, you get silver blow by here, handles for days, speed booster unpluckable, gold physical handles with ankle breaker, and then bronze killer combos. Now for the pass accuracy, I did want to go with a minimum, but do take into account bind boost, activating your takeover, and wearing gear, which will give you an additional boost. That's easily going to take this from the 68 range up to the mid or high 70s. Now we get bronze dimer, relay passer, break starter, and post playmaker, pretty much everything that you can need and want. For this build overall on the offensive side, I think we pretty much replicated Jordan and Anthony Edwards in one. Now of course I would want to go higher on the 3-pointer, possibly even the layup, but this is what you gotta go with in order to save some room for the defense. So when it comes towards the perimeter, let's go all the way up to an 85. Moving into the steal, I'm going to leave this at a 60. As when we go to the block, I'm going to put this to a 68. And then for that offensive rebound, put this to a 60 as well. The offensive and defensive really are interchangeable, so you can flip these if wanted, but I'm going to leave this at a 70 with the defensive. And as you can see, this is what we're going to be looking like once you get this build maxed out to 99 overall. So starting with these badges, we get silver clamps, 94 feet, ankle braces, challenger, fast feet, pick dodger, and workhorse with gold off ball pass. Now for the steal itself, you also get bronze interceptor. For that block, you get bronze chase down artist. And then for the rebounding, bronze box out beast with rebound chaser. And of course, you also do get post playmaker. Now for this build overall, I think it's one of the best when it comes to all 4 attributes when it comes to the finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, and especially even more so, the physicals. Now I want to know your honest thoughts and opinions. Is there anything that you possibly would do to change or try to make this build a little bit better? However, we do get those upgraded layup packages, the contact dunks, extra post scoring animations that we can work with. Then you have a high mid-range shot, the ability to hit the 3. Pretty much all of the best pro dribble animations. And then for that defensive end, you're still going to be able to guard on ball. Now let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made this build correctly. We should be able to get these 3 different comparisons. I love the one of Anthony Edwards, and as y'all can see, together we have created the interior playmaker, also coming out to the catfish inside the arc score. Now this is easily one of the best all around rare builds when it comes to being able to do everything at all 4 levels. Now I just want to say thank you for the support, and more so than anything, thank the man above, King Jesus, God Yahweh, for another day and another opportunity. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.